Hello and welcome to another episode of The Wild Dispatch. I'm Robin and I'm back with more skills and stories from the wild. You must excuse me, I have a bit of a sniffle at the moment. I sound a little bit bunged up, so I'll try to keep this short. Inevitably, I won't be, but that's how it goes. I guess I should explain I've got a bit of a sniffle maybe because I've been pushing things a bit too hard lately. Too many adventures. Just got back from elk camp. Didn't quite manage to find success, but again, some very, very close calls. I didn't actually have a tag in my pocket, but I was calling and helping out in camp. So yeah, I'm sure there'll be some content, some episodes filtering through. I did take some voice notes, so yeah, that'll be in the pipeline. A couple of other things in the pipeline that I'm excited about too. Nathan Olsen, the winner of Alone Season 12, the one that's in South Africa that just happened now. I had a good chat with him the other day. His episode is going to be going live next, so I'm very excited to get that one out into the world. Yeah, and then also, of course, the Dick Pranicki Pancake episode with Monroe Robinson and Kay Schubeck. That's also going to be a great episode too. That one's going to take a little bit longer because it's more of a video episode. So anyway, that's a lot of talking about other episodes and not the one we have today. This one is going to be a field notes style episode. It's with returning guest Dennis McIver, a fantastic storyteller, fisherman, and adventure chaser. In this episode, we are off chasing tuna in the Pacific Ocean. Whilst we are doing that, taking the lengthy trip through relatively rough, I might add, ocean, we managed to chat about a bunch of other things. So yeah, his deer season, also some memories of mischief that he used to get up to whilst working as a parajumper in the military for many years, rescues, all that kind of good stuff. Before we jump into this episode, I should probably do a little bit of housekeeping, as usual. If you are new to the podcast, and I see that there are a lot of new people coming and listening through a bunch of episodes, welcome. I'm really excited to have you here. If you are a returning guest and you are back for more, then it would be fantastic to just ask if you could do some of the things that people who enjoy podcasts do. Give us a follow if you're not already. That would be fantastic. Write a good review, a 5-star, and then actually if you write something, that really helps with the algorithms too. I've noticed a big jump in how many of my episodes are getting pushed to people who are searching for outdoorsy style stuff. Right. Wow. I didn't keep that short at all. Here's the episode with Dennis.
Welcome to the Wild Dispatch.
Yesterday,
What's the temperature that they like again? I forget.
60. Usually we're shooting for 60, but what's more important than the chloral, or the temperature, is the chloral. This is the clear water.
Oh, okay.
It's all green water in here.
What's the
So
green water?
Well, the green water is where there's algae in the water. Chlorophyll.
Because of the
The
sun.
chlorophyll attracts little fish that eat the chlorophyll, which attracts the big fish.
Yeah, okay.
But most of those little fish and big fish are right along the break between the green
The
and
edge. Transition
'cause
territory.
Yeah, because the tuna like that clear water because they're visual feeders, but they'll come into the green water to feed like this.
Just pick things
So
off
you
the
find
edge.
this right here and you troll along this edge is where most of the fish are supposed to be.
Yeah, that
So
makes
that's
sense.
the theory.
Okay. That's the theory. You never know.
So we're going to head to this spot right here because that's the closest.
How far out's that?
That'll be about, well, each of these is roughly 10 miles,
Oh, okay.
nautical miles.
So it's actually closer than we thought.
So that's 30, might be, people got them at 24 miles the other day.
Sweet.
So that's where we're head out here. That's going to be right about in here. So
Wicked.
see, sometimes they say, well, I got them at 24 miles. Well, that's 24 miles off of Albion.
Yes.
Like right here's like 20 miles off of Albion, but it might be 30 miles for us to go down.
Yeah.
Those guys started their engine. I thought they'd be heading out. Waiting for them to go out. So
Got you fired up, ready to go.
throw this down below there.
But you've got all the new gear now, right?
Yeah.
This is new.
No, this is all the same.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
This was above water, so it didn't get damaged. So the water was like up to here.
That's like what, 2 or 3 feet?
Yeah.
Man.
And it shut down there was like 6 feet.
Ugh. What happened again?
Well, whenever you have a boat that sits in the water at the dock, you want automatic bilge pump switches that are hot wired to the battery, so when you turn everything off, those are still working.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't want to, come in and you turn everything off, and or if your power fails at the dock or something, everything's off. You still need your bilge switches to work. So that's what happened. Is we were in here and I had fished the day before. I came in and I stopped, and we had a big rainstorm. The power was out, rain was raining, and what I didn't know is the automatic bilge pumps weren't working, and the water comes in here, and some of it goes into the fish wells, and it weights the boat down. Well, then the hatches in the back, when they had worked on the boat previously, they didn't tighten the hatches down tight enough.
So they were leaking.
They were leaking, and I didn't know that. And then the automatic bilge pumps weren't working. The bilge pumps were working when I turned them on, but they weren't working sitting here when everything was shut down. They had miswired the guy told me when he wired them up, he said, well, they were all corroded. And I said, well, then they didn't use marine
right stuff.
waterproof, the right connectors.
Yeah.
So,
That seems like a series of fuck-ups.
yeah, it was. Because what was weird about it too, you usually think, well, if you got if I blew a through-hull fitting, the through-hull fittings are just on one side. The boat would have went down sideways like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it went down. That's weird. It would sink on both sides at the same time.
When did you
Well, they called me like at 10 o'clock in the morning. Hey, your boat's sinking.
your buddy or whatever saw it?
Well, up here, when they opened up at 10 o'clock in the morning, they looked down here and said, your boat's underwater.
And you were here?
I was at home. We came down here and sitting on the bottom. And luckily it was fairly low tide, so it was not completely under. It was just...
Oh, so if the tide had come up more, it would have been...
Yeah, so we had to go, before the tide came up, it destroyed everything. So see that little cutout in the back, the walk-through in the back?
Yeah.
So the water was like halfway up that. And so if we started pumping, water's just going to keep coming in. So we put a piece of plywood back there and then held that against the transom and then started pumping with 2 pumps. And
that did the job.
It did the job.
Cool. There's one more thing I need to grab and then I'm good. So I'm going to figure out where to put this. I think I might just keep it in my... in a bag here, so that it's not in the way, otherwise it could be falling around. And
yeah.
I don't want that, so I'm just going to plug it into one more thing.
I mean, is it you need to have it with you when you're doing this, or?
It could be down there.
Yeah.
I just need to play with levels for a second,
yeah.
Because it will be like, is it loud enough? Is it picking up? And it might just be like, this sounds terrible. Let's sack it up. Yeah, I want to hear about your... we can talk about it on the way. Your hunting as well.
Oh, okay.
He's got another massive butt.
Man, you guys are too fast for me.
No, we're in no hurry because I'm still waiting for the tide to come up.
Oh, we got pushed through the mud.
Well, I was hoping this guy, he started his engine 20 minutes ago. I was hoping he'd go out. He's just sitting there burning fuel. I wanted him to go first.
Oh, as a tester.
As a test.
He's the guinea pig.
Although, I think he's got an inboard outboard. I don't think he can raise that engine up as far as I can. So he's liable to plug the channel and then I can't get out until later. Mm-hmm. He gets free.
Yeah.
So I might want to go out before him.
I'm Robert.
Robert.
I'm Jim. How are you?
Nice to meet you, Jim.
Same here.
Say we found somebody taller than you.
Boy. Yes, so this guy here, he's following me, aren't you?
Ross,
He's down here below.
Okay.
I'm gonna check this in case we're here as well.
Yeah, we can figure out better seating as well. Jim wants to sit at the front.
Jordan will let Jim sit there.
Yeah.
You can sit there.
I'll probably lay down on
Yeah,
our way out.
Jordan's not feeling well, so we'll
No?
see what how he.
Oh, my stomach's been messing with me all morning.
Bummer.
So you want to go make a
Nothing like
clear
that.
spot for you to lay on?
I can do that
Okay.
anytime.
25-mile triple will sort that stomach out, no problem, right?
We're gonna go get ice first, and
Yeah.
one of the advantages of going out late is one, we can see fish jumping on the way out.
Oh, yeah.
We can see when the water clears up. A lot of people, they go out in the dark and then they run past the fish.
Go past
because
everything, yeah.
They're running for some numbers they had from last week. Might be 10 miles further than they need to go.
Which would be, less is
The
more.
water's been pushing in pretty quick, so
Okay, let's get all this shit out of the way.
Well, there's a lot more activity down here today than I've seen in a long time.
yeah.
Well, with all the different boats.
Yeah, well, the other harbor, there's probably about, I don't know, about 10, 15 boat trailers in the other harbor that chasing tuna.
Yeah, the ones just right as you go down the hill.
Yeah.
Any traders in the parking lot?
Yeah, like 10 or 15. Yeah, big trailers and big boats, People that come for the weekend to chase tuna after they heard they were biting last week. Or earlier this week.
Chances.
But one of the party boats, the Viking, he went out and got 84 fish. Sure. 4 bluefin on one day. And he went out the next day and they only got 4 fish.
So let's hope it...
But he said it was rough.
Oh.
So the first day was flat calm.
It looks good. It was really fogged in when I drove out, but
Yeah.
the moment that it was clear, I was like, oh, that looks nice. It looks clear. Cool.
These guys want to go and catch tuna off their kayaks.
Yeah?
They take
Like
this
they do in
down,
Hawaii.
down below.
Yeah, they get towed around.
Jordan, you want to get our lines?
We going?
Yeah, I think we'll go. I think we'll go out and hit that post there. When it gets down below the top of my box, I can usually sneak out.
You got your own gauge.
Yeah.
I like it.
Somebody told me yesterday, well, there's a gate pole that we watch out there by the entrance. I said, well, I got one right by my boat. I want.
Yeah.
We are ready.
We might scrape a little bit. We might scrape a little, but that should be fine.
We're afraid I'll walk forward. Yeah, I want us to walk forward if we get up there, Dennis?
Sorry, I got all this stuff over
We
here.
might have to get out and wade while I try to get
Okay.
that.
Let's see, I got my hip waders. No, I don't have my hip waders.
Doing some experimental recording on the ride out. But we'll see. I don't seem to be getting... This one works. I don't know why this one's not working.
What do you got here anyway? What do you have here?
It's like a recording gear. Dennis has been a guest on my podcast a few times. So I couldn't resist bringing some stuff along. Have a play around, see what you can get away with. That seems better. I know that there's a button that I'm just not pressing right here. Still figuring out this technology. Okay, let's see. Is that better? Is that better? Is that better? Okay. That's what's going on. Now I see what I'm doing wrong.
Reset these things.
Well, it's finally got the predator running.
Okay, there we go.
You did?
Got it figured out.
I don't know.
Okay. Testing.
We gotta get over on this side because there's a log over here.
Well, James must have went out early. His boat's gone.
Is it? Yeah. He probably went out at
Wow.
4. A lot of guys went out at 4 out of here because, well, not a lot, but if you wanted to beat the tide, you had to go out at 4.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I mean,
I didn't feel like getting up that early. I was just getting to bed.
That's before breakfast.
Yeah.
You want us to walk forward, Dennis?
No.
No?
how long have you guys known each other?
Pardon?
How long have you two known each other?
How long? Oh, I don't know. What, about 10 years, I guess, something like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's been coming over here. How long have you been coming over here to Dolphin Harbor?
To 40 years.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Real shallow right here.
Yeah. I'm gonna pick up the motors. Don't stand up in front of my motors when I come to see how. Jim,
Yes.
Come back.
I'm trying to see the motors
Oh,
and
I thought it was like there for you.
no, I gotta see when they're,
Yeah.
you know, they come up to the trim and then they start coming up fast. I'm gonna see when that transition is. But they don't steer as well, you know, when they're up.
No.
They don't have any rudders.
Funny, actually, this is quite, I mean, I know it's not loud now, but it's not picking up any of the
Okay.
background stuff. It's pretty good. Let's call this a test run.
Well, actually, I knew you while you were still working.
Yeah.
And you retired in what year?
2014.
2014. Yeah, I knew him when he was still working.
Okay, was he checking your fishing license?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I don't think he ever checked mine personally, but I knew him here in the yard. He come through a couple times, and
There's a good float up there in the bushes.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's that movie, Run Silent, Run Deep.
Yeah. Run shallow.
Yeah.
Run Shallow.
You know it's shallow when you come through here and the birds are standing up.
Yeah.
Birds are in knee-deep water. Knee-deep to a bird. Actually a little better when they got rid of all the derelict boats in here.
You mean
Yes, you
less,
did.
less to run into?
Yeah.
Yeah, they used to be
Well, you can
stacked
get over
out
to
there.
the channel more before they
Oh,
walk in the
really?
channel and you're kind of up here on the edge.
So what, people, they would just drag them over here, were they? Or they just sunk
Well,
over
this guy
time?
would collected all the, you know, if the harbor had somebody that died and the boat was sitting there and they weren't paying mortgage fees anymore, he'd volunteer to take it over here.
And just dump it here.
Well, he'd take it here and he'd strip it for parts, and when other fishermen needed parts, they came here. There was a boat junkyard.
Ah.
Problem is, he had boats too deep stacked along here, and then some of them were sinking, and
Yeah.
it was a mess.
And when it was
County-
shallow like this, you had to go out further and it jeopardized everybody trying to get out.
County finally got after him, cleaned up his mess because he had oil and everything leaking out of things.
Yeah, I can see how that might cause some problems.
Bob and I come down here one day with real low tide. We was walking up here we drove down in the car. We were standing up at the rails, and it was really low tide.
Yeah.
And some guys would want to come out early, and they were out here and they're knee deep in water, dragging their boat, trying to get, pushing it on out, trying to get past this. Right through here was real boat right through.
Really?
And
they had a small boat, did they? It was like, unless they had a small boat, did they?
it was a smaller boat.
Yeah, okay.
Still is.
See, when my depth says 0, there is no depth.
Oh boy.
You know it's shallow. Reason being, I have it set for the bottom of the keel when the engines are down. So it says 2 feet. It's 2 feet below the keel.
Okay. So how many times have you been out for tuna this year? One. And did you have luck?
19.
Oh, you got 19? That's pretty good.
19 big fish.
Albacore or other?
Albacore.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we haven't tried for bluefin.
Okay, so you're chasing albacore today?
Yeah.
Using slightly smaller gear? Nice. Yeah, I want to hear the story about that. You caught that big eye, right? Or what was it, a big eye or a bluefin?
We caught 3 bluefin off of here.
Okay, yeah, because you sent me a picture.
Yeah.
And with a very happy look on your face.
Yeah.
Still reading 0, huh?
Say again?
I said still reading 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, shallow.
It'll be shallow till we get up to that boat over there. So anyway, to stay in the channel, you go from the corner of this dock and aim for that boat.
Okay, that's good to know.
There's a channel through there. Aim for that.
Okay.
There's stumps out here.
Yeah.
You probably you can't see them now.
So whenever you're in a river, the fast part of the river is going to have the deepest channel.
Yeah.
So the fast part of the river is the outside bend.
Yes.
So that's what you're aiming for.
You always go outside to
You're
outside.
aiming outside to outside like this.
That makes sense.
So if you don't know the channel of the river, you just stay on the outside bend of the river.
And that's the normal.
Yeah. That's your normal channel. So if you look at it here,
Yeah.
it comes around that corner, it goes along that wall, and then it reflects off that wall and then heads over towards this side.
Yeah.
So this is where all the sediment piles up on this wall over here because it's slower, so things settle out.
Talking to Dennis Carter, the Island Predator. He's going straight out.
He's going straight out?
Yeah.
Well, looking at the sea surface temperature, if you go straight out, you're going to go 10 miles farther to find the warm weather than if you go south. But you never know. I mean, things will change overnight. They probably haven't had a fresh shot since yesterday.
The guy that has that boat doesn't go out too often, does he?
No.
How did he get away with building that dock back there?
Oh, it was kind of there. He just kind of rehabbed it. He like rebuilt it. So that's how he kind of got away with it. These are over here were illegal. That's why they got stopped before they finished them.
This guy live locally up here? Does he live up on top of the hill up here?
Well, he did, but the guy that owned it before. But what happened was, then he sold it to a guy that lived up in Sacramento area. It was just a vacation home, and he had a vacation home here and a vacation home in Tahoe, and he decided he didn't need both, so he sold this one. The funny story was he, I think he bought the thing for like $350,000 and sold it for, after he fixed it up, he sold it for $3.5 million.
Wow.
But he was asking me, he was fishing with me, and he says, I'm thinking of listing it for $3.2 million, and or $2.5 million, or $2.2 million. And his real estate agent says, no, you can get more for that. Let's list it for $2.5 million. And then the guy came, one of the .comers that had a lot of money, and said, well, if you don't take any other bids and accept my bid and throw in the boat, I'll give you $3.5 million.
Wow.
So he sold it.
Yeah.
Made him an offer he couldn't refuse.
There you go.
This guy's ready for a big tuna. He's got his tuna bag on the side.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, so it's a bag big enough to throw a 150-pound bluefin in there or bigger.
But it doesn't, it's just kind of relatively flat. On the side.
It's flat so you throw ice in it.
So it'll just fit one fish.
Yeah, fish one big fish or
Yeah. It doesn't
bunch of albacore.
doesn't look too different from some of the stuff that the guys in South Africa have.
Yeah.
Where it's like, or maybe you have it here as well, but it looks like that, but it'll fit like the back of a truck or the back of a car.
Yeah.
I just always borrow my buddies when I go hunting over there.
Yeah.
The aim is to try and fill the back, whatever you got.
I got one folded up just like that one up on the roof.
Oh, okay. So you have got emergency
I
storage
bought one
space.
after we hooked the tuna that was probably about 250 pounds. And I said, we don't have any place to put that. We can get one that's 125 pounds in my fish boxes, but I can't get a really big one in there. So we thought,
You got that just in case.
I got the bag just in case.
So wait, how do you know you hooked an enormous one?
Because we had it up next to the boat and they harpooned it. And we didn't tighten the harpoon down tight enough, and when they harpooned, the harpoon collapsed, and then the fish went crazy and
ran off.
the hook came out.
No.
These guys.
No.
You would have looked at the expression of the kids, because they fought it for 2.5 hours, and you would have thought their favorite team just lost the Super Bowl that they bet a lot of money on.
I can imagine.
They're all dejected.
Yeah. That's some sad boys.
We already had one 150-pounder on the boat, so we were already happy with that. But then they got the big one.
Oh.
Because that one made the 150-pounder on board made that one look small.
What a bummer.
Yeah. Well, one of the other friends, he did the same thing. They had,
We're
gonna get ice. They had a few.
Oh yeah.
They had two fish on at the same time. They hooked at the same time,
Yeah.
and one of them is enormous and made the one they had on look like a little fish. They didn't realize how big it was until they weighed the one they landed. The other one crossed the line with that one and broke the line, cut the line.
Oh.
But they had it swimming around the boat for quite a while, and they said they could have harpooned it while it was in the water. They didn't do it. They didn't have a harpoon. Yeah, we'll get ice. I like to ice my
I was
fish.
looking back at the booms back there, and I thought, oh, man, are we past them?
They come
That's why I
out.
was
They
thinking.
come much better.
I thought you were, but
Better fish if you ice them.
Yeah, you got to cool them down quick.
Yeah. Okay, tie us up there. I forgot to bring the key. On here.
take a chance and I'll swap with you.
Yeah?
I'm gonna get some stuff out of my lunch pail. Get my glasses and stuff. No, I'm gonna get it. I'll get it.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just gonna swap with you.
Oh, yeah.
This down here. You'll put it back here?
Yeah, I want to put that one in there
Okay.
as well, but maybe not too deep because it's got my lunch in it.
Okay, that's what I have too. That's what put that, have this in here.
I'm going to keep this one here for now because I want to put some of this stuff in this bag. So I'll make a plan on that one in a minute. Is that breakfast?
Breakfast.
Yeah. So you've been tuna fishing for long?
A few years, yeah.
Albacore or bluefin or everything?
Well, bottom fish, but
Maybe pull it up a little bit.
albacore the last few years.
Okay.
Yeah.
271, radio check on 22 Alpha, over.
Is this helpful if there's two pairs of hands for this?
1 left 47271, station over, request you switch to primary, over.
I remember this.
Put it both sides and the ice chest.
Got it?
And the live well, you still got ice left over.
Did you hear what he said?
What do you say?
I don't know if we need to we took
Photo
the
LIFO
last-
47271, radio check on 22 Alpha, over.
Just fill each box half full
Okay.
and then put some in the ice chest.
Photo LIFO 47271, Photo LIFO 47271, station over. Request you switch to primary, over.
Just close the door. Close the door real quick.
Oh, hang on. Okay.
Otherwise you'll have ice.
Get ready to open that one. So, then we'll do some.
token bit. Almost full. Almost full. Oh yeah, you got plenty. Pull it up. You want to scrape the rest in here? Yeah, probably. Yeah, I went in my boot. Yeah. Want to lift this mat up. Alright, let me scrape some of it here. We'll grab that. Good enough? Something like that when
We got plenty of.
Yeah. What's the etiquette for taking a piss off the back now? Is it bad form?
Just don't offend anybody.
Don't wave whilst.
Yeah. Here's what I do: is I just pee in the corner down there.
Okay. Look like you're doing something important.
Yeah.
That ice tube managed to shoot straight down into my boot.
Oh. That's why boot. The pants are supposed to be on the outside of your boot.
Okay, I learned the hard way on that one.
Supposed to have some rain pants and they go over your legs.
I have some,
down.
yeah. I have some. I just didn't put them on
Over the
because I
top
saw
of
the
your
blue
boot.
sky. Like, why could I possibly need those?
Yeah. Well, when tuna blood.
Laura, pick me up.
When tuna blood starts flying everywhere.
Oh, that's a good point. I'll get changed in a bit.
This guy's a guide. Yeah, it's not going to be calm today, but
I thought I saw glassy ocean when I
well, it always
think that was my optimism.
it always looks glassier than it is.
Yeah. How does it sound? I think it actually sounds okay. Yeah, it's picking up good. Okay. You good? You can adjust them as well. You can pull down the top.
Yeah.
Okay, you're coming in quite hot.
All right.
Yeah, I can hear you great.
Okay.
You can hear me? Okay, so say something in a second, Dennis. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
You're number 2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Testing.
Yeah, I think we're good. I think it's actually working way better than I thought it was going to work. Yeah, it's catching some of it, and then it really kind of like an experiment. But I have like I guess it's like a radio show.
You want to go down there and?
Yeah, but it's like a podcast. I don't know if you know podcasting. It's like a modern version of radio, basically. It's like you can get it, access it anytime online. And there's these kind of, it could be anything from 10 minutes to 2 or 3 hours long. And people just go and they listen whenever they want to listen rather than having to tune into the radio at a specific time. So, Dennis has told a lot of his stories about his escapades in the PJs and those kinds of things. Normally the environment that we tell those stories is a lot calmer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so audio is usually the thing, like you've got to make sure that the sound is good, but this is a good experiment because the podcast, the radio thing that I put out is always about the wild wilderness experiences and all that kind of thing. So it's kind of nice to capture some of those sounds. Okay? Huh? Yeah, he's good. He looks like he's done that before. Yeah, you practiced. Yeah.
There's a dolphin out here called a right whale dolphin.
A right whale dolphin.
Right, have you ever heard of those?
Yeah, I think so.
They don't have a dorsal fin like the other dolphins.
Yes.
It's like their back is
Rounder.
yeah, flat, no fin on the back.
So then they look like tuna.
When they jump out of the water, they kind of look like tuna. So sometimes people will think they saw a bunch of tuna jumping, and they're just those things.
All right, well, eyes on the... well, the visibility's not great right now. How far
No.
would you say it is? Like a few hundred yards?
Yeah.
So are we heading south now? Or south?
We're heading
southeast.
southwest.
Southwest, yeah. God, I always get those around the wrong way. Some people it's about right and left. For me, it's east and
Yeah,
west.
so due west would be 270 degrees, right?
Okay.
So we're heading at 245.
How long do you think it will take to get where we're...
Well, at the speed we're going, it might take a couple hours.
Okay.
Let's say
we're doing like 16
Let's say
knots.
speed up and beat you guys up. Yeah.
Well, we've got at least one member of the crew who's feeling a little bit fragile
Yeah.
today.
You didn't get enough sleep last night or the night before.
Yeah. Yeah, but when you're young, you can get away with it, right?
Yeah.
So, I see some fancy new engines on the back of the boat.
Yeah.
Are these the same make?
Same make.
Oh, are they? They look so different.
Well, I just got white ones instead of gray ones.
Okay. Yeah, they look fancy.
Well, they're a little newer technology, so there's no hydraulic steering.
Oh, okay.
It's electronic.
Okay.
So I didn't get the device that allows you to do that on here because it was another $6,000 or $7,000.
Yeah.
But you can actually turn the engines in different directions.
Why would you want to do that?
Well, because
Oh, then you can do like hard maneuvers.
yeah, or let's say you're like trying to fish one spot.
Yeah.
You can actually program it in there to hold the boat in that spot.
So it'll keep adjusting.
So the engines will just in whatever directions, you know, and they'll go forward and reverse. You know, you might have one going this way forward and one going this way reverse. And
Yeah, just to keep you.
Sitting on the
fish.
same spot.
Okay. But you know, you've been managing without that for
Yeah,
a while. So.
for a long time. So I didn't have the extra money to waste on
No. I mean, I can
being
imagine.
able to hold my boat over one spot while I was fishing
Yeah.
once or twice a year. You know?
Yeah, and also it's fun doing that loop and coming around and going
Yeah.
through it again, right?
Yeah.
That's super fun. I remember doing that with you before.
Well, I think part of it also, I got this thing on here. There's several things on here I can't use. There's like pattern steer.
Okay.
So you can go in there and plug in your computer that you want to do a figure 8 over that spot where you just caught that tuna. And it'll do that for you without you
Having to do it.
having to do it yourself.
Wow.
Okay,
pretty
I'm
wild.
going to, so we don't run into a big ship out here.
Yeah.
I'm not going to worry about the fish finder at the moment. I'm going to put the radar, I'm going to put the radar on. Transmit. See if we got anybody out here that we need to worry about. So far, no. Huh?
We have one just off the port, starboard side right there. That white one on your screen.
Nope.
What is that?
This?
That white one there.
That's where I caught a bluefin tuna. That's a tuna symbol.
Oh, I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
It'll show up as a blip. See, this is the land. It'll show up as a blip like that on the radar. I got to find out. I just as soon not have my waypoints on my screen.
Yeah, your radar
It kind of messes up.
stops you seeing problems.
Yeah. Especially when I get into some place where I have lots of waypoints or places I caught fish before.
Yeah. So is it the same power engines?
Yeah.
Okay. What they?
This
150s?
boat is rated for 150, so if I went higher, then Coast Guard and insurance wouldn't like that.
Okay.
So one of the things, because it's got the electronic steering and not the hydraulic steering,
Yeah.
electronics are in the engine cowling.
Okay.
So the engine cowlings were a little bit bigger this way.
Ah, that's why they look so.
That's why they look a little different.
So I was thinking you put like a more meaty engine in there as
No.
well, but it's the extra technology.
Well, the other thing, more meaty engine, kind of, because one of the other things is that this was pulling on my head. One of the other things is that instead of making 3 different engines that are 150, 175, and 200 horsepower,
yeah.
they're all the same engine.
Ah.
So they're bigger engines because they're powered down for 150s. I could have got the exact same size and weight engines as 200 horsepower.
So then it would be in.
Yep.
Yeah, we got birds.
So right up by the Casper High spot.
So then it would be pretty easy if you wanted to. I bet you could adapt those for like
probably
higher power,
could.
do some mod or something. If you.
That's what I
wanted to do on
probably
a
should
bigger
have
boat.
asked them. I said, can you give me 200s with 150 cowlings on it so that it says 150 on it?
So you were telling me before your story about catching big fish, because when I went out with you before a couple of times, we were getting albacore,
Yeah.
but then the big eyes and the bluefin started coming in.
Yeah.
So you also mentioned the heartbreak of losing a giant fish as well.
Yeah.
I want to hear all of that. I saw that picture of you very happily holding up a giant looking fish. That was like a 150 pounder or something.
120. I think that was just a 125 pounder. Yeah.
Okay, it looked big.
Yeah.
It was a fisherman's 150 pounder.
Yeah.
So how far out was that?
That was like right here.
Oh, right
like
here.
3 miles out.
Oh, wow.
We're catching them 3 to 5 miles out. So this is this continental shelf.
Yeah.
So usually the big eye, you're catching them along the continental shelf. They like where there's some structure and
Okay.
upwelling. The bluefin will come in shallow. They'll come in here chasing bait.
But that's not a very common thing, is
It's
it?
not common, but year before last it was. We were seeing them in here a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bait, and the fish came in. The fish were here. And they stayed here for quite a while.
That was when, I forget his name now. Went out in his tin boat.
Yeah, Bryant and
Yeah.
Bryant and Andrew went out there in a little aluminum boat and caught one.
I was trying to get him on the podcast.
It was right here where they caught it too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just really close.
Yeah, but it towed them another 3 miles out to sea after they caught it. Yeah, so there's a blip out here. Somebody's fishing out here on the Casper High spot. Now, one of the problems is when you fish for those big bluefin tuna,
Yeah.
they're boat shy.
Ah.
So the big eye will come up. The big eye and albacore will come up close to the boat.
They don't care.
The action of the boat actually attracts them. Not the bluefin. The bluefin, you troll like 1,200 yards back behind the boat.
Wow.
And the problem with that is you're out here with other boats. You got a lure on the surface trolling 1,200 yards back, and somebody
Cuts it.
sees you go by on their radar, and then they drive behind you and they cut you off. And then you hook a fish, and he's still on the surface fighting out there at 3,000 yards, and somebody goes by you and cuts your fish off.
Ugh. And it's also annoying and doubly expensive, right? Because all the gear that's not cheap.
Yeah, the
tackle.
lures are expensive, and the line's expensive. So they just changed their rules now. We can go fish rockfish at any depth now.
Okay.
So up until a week ago,
Yeah.
we could only fish inside 120 feet.
But now it's moved.
Now we can fish out in the deep.
And can you, are you allowed to fish inside 120 feet still?
Yeah,
Okay.
you do both.
Okay.
The good part about that, we can come out here like at a Casper High spot, fish for halibut,
Yeah.
and keep the rockfish we catch.
Yes. Yeah.
Except for the two species you're not allowed to keep.
What are they?
The yellow eye and the cowcott.
Okay. Did you hear any chatter on the radio of people that were already out having success?
Well, somebody
today?
was talking earlier when we were getting ice, but I just noticed the thing got stuck on channel 87, so I wasn't hearing any on the scanner. The problem is nowadays, especially when the fish are in close, is nobody talks on the radio. They call their buddy on the birds over there. Yeah, so you're right on the Casper High spot, though.
Yes.
But this is where the bluefin are often. Yeah.
So you were telling me before you had a day where you had already had a 150-pound fish on the boat.
Yeah,
then-
so we already had landed one.
And
It
that
was on the boat.
That was a
It
big eye?
barely fit down in our fish well. And then we hooked another one. And the kids fought it for, well, we all fought it, but I just spent about 15 minutes fighting and then let them fight it.
Yeah.
They fought it for 2.5 hours.
Oh.
I had a harpoon, and it was a collapsible harpoon.
Oh, one of those
You
extendable
extend it out,
poles.
and then you tighten it down. And
Yeah.
well, they'd already harpooned the one fish. Then they collapsed it down and put it away. Then we got the other fish. They pulled it out and tightened it. But whoever did it didn't tighten it down enough. And then when he went to harpoon the fish, it collapsed. He thought the harpoon went into the fish. And also when they had the fish up alongside the boat, we saw it was just barely hooked.
Just on the lip, like.
Yeah, on the outside of right here.
Okay.
And when he hit it and the fish took off, it popped out.
Like gave it a lease of life.
Yeah.
Ugh. And that was much bigger, that fish.
That was much bigger. Because we already had experience with one. We saw that one was much bigger. It was like twice the size of the one we've had on board the boat. Yeah.
It's always the one that got away, isn't it?
Yeah.
Stays in your mind.
I didn't worry about it. I was happy that we had one.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's still a good day, 150-pound
I
fish.
mean, you only need one fish for the whole crew.
Yeah. It's success.
Everybody gets a 50-pound loin,
Yeah, right? So you sent me a picture the other day of a nice buck in velvet
Yeah.
because it's deer season.
It's archery season, so they're still
California.
in velvet where we hunt up
Okay.
in the Sierra.
Okay, so you were like north. That was like northeast kind of area.
Northeast, so up by Susanville, which is up in what they call the X zones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we talked about this before, but you now have like a medical exemption so that you can shoot a crossbow.
So yeah,
Which I
so-
think is, personally, knowing how good a shot you are, is I think that's a little unfair for the rest of the world.
It probably is. But I hunt with these other guys that are pulling their bows, and I say, they always want me to shoot the first deer. I says, no, I'm not shooting the first deer. I says, if it's a deer you want to shoot,
Yeah.
then you shoot it if it's in your range. I said, if it's outside your range, then I'll shoot it. So I'm usually shooting things that are 80 yards or better,
Yeah. Okay.
because that crossbow's like lethal out to 100 yards.
Ugh. So, how did you see it? What happened?
Well, we got up there a couple days early and scouted, and we were seeing quite a few deer. Not actually, it was kind of funny. We weren't seeing at first we weren't seeing any does and fawns, and we were seeing more bears than we were deer.
Really?
And we're going like, well, the deer population is way down here. You're not seeing any does and fawns. And when we saw a deer, it was usually a buck. But we're seeing spikes and little forking horns, and once in a while a decent little three-pointer. But
Okay.
it was kind of like, we're kind of disappointed. When you go to the X zones up there, you think about shooting a massive buck. And because they don't give out a lot of tags, and it's the area where the mule deer are, so you think you're going to shoot something big. You get up there and all you're seeing is little things. So we ended up, the kid I was hunting with, he ended up shooting a little 3x4 about
Okay.
like that, about
Maybe a foot and a half.
12,
across.
14 inches,
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
And, or not a 3x4, a 2x3.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, and because that's basically what we've been seeing.
Yeah.
Oh, right here, look at there. Look at what?
Was that a tuna jumping?
Yeah.
Right here beside us.
Wow. No, that's
Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Pacific white-sided dolphins. They're going to come play with us.
Yeah, they're jumping. Right by us. Yeah. Did I tell you I managed to swim with dolphins when I was in South Africa?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that was good. They were behind the break, and I was
Okay.
just like determined. I was like, I'm gonna swim out there.
You go swim with the great white sharks down there?
Well, they did catch like a big shark that morning, so it was probably not the most sensible thing that I did that holiday, but couldn't resist.
Swim at the fur seals and
Yeah. So you said your buddy got a smaller.
so
deer.
anyway, it was actually in the evening on Saturday. We hadn't been seeing anything decent to shoot. And
Yeah.
we were basically heading back home and back to camp. And we'd been exploring a bunch of different areas, so we were like a couple hour drive on logging roads to get back to camp.
Yeah.
Not that far as the crow flies, but you know,
Yeah. Lots of.
there's lots of roads.
Yeah.
So we were heading back, and there was a spring that was coming down off the mountain across the road, and this buck was drinking there in the spring right in the evening, and
It was right there.
I like yelled, "Buck!" It was right next to the road on my side of the car. Buck! She stopped, got out of the car, and shot it at 40 yards.
Wow, perfect.
And then it ran up. He made a good shot on it, jumped and took off and ran up the hill, and then circled back around and died right by the road.
Oh wow, that's a pretty ideal
We
recovery.
didn't have to pack it very far.
Yeah. There you go.
And then we kind of, the next day was the same thing. We went out and all we were seeing, we went back to the same area, and all we were seeing is little bucks. And, I mean, we could have killed some little forking horns that were standing 20 yards off the road. And,
Yeah.
We basically, because it's archery season, there's lots of roads in this area. You can drive around and spot and stalk.
Nice.
You know,
Yeah.
you don't have to. You can go in an area and take a hike or whatever. And some guys will set up stands. I don't have the patience to sit on a stand all day.
Me neither.
Where a deer may or may not come along. I'm going to explore the territory.
Yeah.
I mean, later on, if I spotted a big buck or something like that, I said I want that buck, then I might, pattern him and
Make a plan.
get on the stand and make a plan. But
Yeah.
we're just exploring and scouting, basically. And usually we kill our bucks while we're exploring and scouting, And so we went back, and there was little bucks. There was one 3x2 that was about the size of the one he killed that was kind of up in the trees off the road about, I guess what it was like 70 yards. And I took a shot of it, but he was up in the trees, and the arrow hit a branch.
Oh, so ricocheted.
Well, it didn't just ricochet. I don't know what it like exploded.
Oh, wow.
They shooting the carbon fiber arrows, and all we found was pieces of it.
Okay.
But it didn't hit the deer.
No.
So I missed that one, and then we saw some other small bucks, and I kept going there. It's kind of funny because after he shoots his buck, he kind of he says he doesn't, but he has these little subtle ways of, oh, you ought to shoot that one. I was like, no, I'm not shooting a little buck.
He's ready to go home.
He wants to go home now. I said, we got a whole week. We're supposed to be hunting here for a week.
Yeah, exactly.
Now you shoot your buck the first day, and now you want to go home.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not shooting a little buck. I said, I got a week here to hunt, If it takes me a week, I'll find a bigger buck. So.
Exactly. And that's part of the fun as well, right?
That's part of the fun, So there were some guys up there that just had, they had come up for like 5 days, but they came up a couple days before the season and 3 days after the season. There was 3 of them. And one guy out of the group killed a bear and a small buck. And the other 2 guys got skunked just because they passed up the little bucks and didn't.
Yeah. They were waiting for something better.
Or they got a shot. A couple of them said they got a shot at a 3x3, but missed.
Yeah.
Probably trying to shoot too far.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it was on Sunday. And again, it was like we're hunting all day, and it was like getting towards the evening, and it was our last run. We were going to hunt back to the camp, and we're coming back through where we'd been seeing these deer, more birds.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he yells out, says, "Big buck," on his side. So I spotted his deer, he spotted my deer. He goes, "Oh, big buck." And we stopped and got out and set my tripod up and the crossbow up, and he ranged it at 80 yards. And I put it on 80 yards and pulled the trigger, and he was looking straight at me.
Okay.
So
Chest shot.
it was a chest shot, and I hit a little bit off to the right. So I was
Bird
Yep.
on the right.
So I was worried. I hit it in the shoulder,
Yeah. Front on.
and it wouldn't be a lethal shot, We had pretty good blood, and we're following the blood trail. And of course, he's worried about, one of the things we were worried about, we saw so many bears chasing deer or whatnot. It was almost like an hour before dark. And I says, he says, "Oh, we should wait an hour before we go after it." And I go, "It'll be dark. We won't have a hard time finding the blood." I says, "If I leave it out here overnight and come back tomorrow,"
Bears.
I said, "the bear's going to get it."
Yeah.
And he had a friend that happened to, where they left it overnight, came back the next day, and the bear had got it.
Yeah.
I says, "I think it's dead here someplace." And it had another buck that was running with a small little forked horn. And they ran off together, and I watched where they went. And then when he went out of sight, we went over there, and we had a good blood trail. And but then we were following it, and it started petering out. It was real good blood to start with, and then it started like he quit bleeding.
I'm getting pretty nauseous.
Huh?
I'm getting seasick.
Okay. You want to stop this for a while?
might have to go outside.
All right.
Seasick?
Yeah, all of a sudden.
We're going to take a break.
I think I just need to get out.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry, give me a second.
That's what happens when you try to do too much while you're trying to fish.
Yeah.
We got 58-degree water. We're right over the canyon right now, or right over the continental shelf.
Okay. Yeah, it was 59, 2 or 3 there for a while.
Yeah.
Now it's back to
It's warm, real warm on the inside, and then it cools off, and then we hit the warm water again.
Yeah.
So it's pretty loud out here, but I'm outside trying to recover. I'm feeling better, that's for sure. Instantly, I'm embarrassed. Dennis is like mid-story, and I just turned green. But I think it's it's like a corkscrewing motion, and there's quite strong, like marine gasoline smell as well. That mixed with the rolling, whew, it's getting me bad. As soon as I'm out here, I'm actually okay, I'm fine. So, I'm showing myself up at the moment. Gonna have to get back in there in a minute. Try and redeem myself.
This is where we caught fish last year.
Okay. It was nice that when the thing sunk at the dock, so that you didn't lose all that.
Yeah, I didn't lose any of my.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Really wonderful.
So another 8 miles is where we were catching them last year.
Yeah.
We're like about 5 miles out now.
The signs were there before. I started getting hot. I was like, oh, I'll take my hat off, roll my sleeves up. I thought that it was just hot, but I should have been listening to the signs. Oh well.
I was going to have Harold go this time, but then Robin asked if he could go.
Yeah.
You know, and he only has weekends off, so
Now, where's he located?
he lives here in town.
Okay.
He does, besides his podcast thing, he's a writer.
Oh, really?
He does writing for various tech companies and whatnot.
All right. Where's he from? An accent? Where's he?
He's English. He's English and his wife is South African.
Wow.
So the reason he's here is because, one, he can work anywhere because all his work is online. But there's a world-renowned carpentry school here in Fort Bragg.
Oh, okay.
People come from all over the world to go to this. It's like fine carpentry, like artistry. You know, they make things. And his wife came here to take that class.
Now, she's from South Africa. Is she African also, or is
She's South African. But she's not black. She's not. She's white. She's a white Afrikaner they call her.
African?
Sorry for the interruption there. A little embarrassing as well.
Oh, that's okay.
It's one of those days.
It's like a rocky, rolly
day.
It's like instantly, as soon as I go outside, I feel better.
That's what happens when you do too much stuff on a rough day.
Yeah. Right.
You do this when it's calm.
I think it's also a mixture of the fuel as well, the fumes.
Yeah.
Again. So like, maybe I'll shut this one.
Well, the problem is when I fuel up and it was full, it was sitting here overnight and there was some fumes inside.
That's where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take 2. Okay.
Okay. Where were we?
So you just shot.
So we're heading back to camp, making our last pass through this area where we've been seeing all the deer.
Yeah.
And they spotted a big buck.
Yeah.
And it was looking straight at me, and I shot it.
That was a chest shot, right?
Chest shot. A little off it jumped, I knew I hit it, the way it jumped. And it took off. I watched it go up over the hill and went over there. We found a lot of blood. Then as we were following it, the blood was petering out. We didn't want to push it too far. I was hoping to see it again, standing or laying down, put another arrow in it. And then all of a sudden he started bleeding more. And then we saw the little buck go off by himself. Well, the little buck, we says, okay, he's here someplace. And the little buck wouldn't have left that big buck if he was still alive, or if he hadn't gone down. So we said, okay, he's down here someplace. So we're following the blood trail and I'm like ready with the crossbow. We're following the blood trail like a couple bloodhounds. Yeah. We walk up and there's a big pile of blood. And then and he turns to me to point at, tell me the big pile of blood here. And the deer is laying down here like a foot from my foot. We like walked right by it and didn't see it. So anyway, it was dead. It had gone all the way through. The arrow went all the way through and came out here by his legs, by his femoral artery, and went through his guts, and he was dead.
How far was the pack out?
He went about 200 yards.
Oh, so it was close. You didn't have to go far.
Didn't have to go that far. We were just tracking real slow because we didn't want to push him.
Yeah.
But he went about 200 yards, and the best thing was he died right next to a road.
Okay, ideal. We got lucky this trip.
So I tagged it, we gutted it out, and I went down and got the truck and drove up right up to him. So see, it's clearing up out here.
Yeah, a little.
The fog is lifting.
I had fun listening to your, what was it called, that podcast? You recorded another potty, right?
Yeah.
Wildcat, or what was it called?
I forget.
Yeah. No, it's good. It made me realize that you were giving me some civilian version there.
Well, I mean, they guys know what those were other military guys who knew what the questions to ask, you know.
Exactly.
They had listened to your podcast
Yeah.
and then contacted me.
Okay. Some real spine shakers.
Yeah. The other day when we caught fish out here, it went from like 58 to 63 within like a mile. And then there was like a definitive current break right there. So we just trolled that area. We trolled up towards the knoll, and then there wasn't any fish up there, and we came back down. We would have caught more fish if we'd stayed where we were.
Okay, but you wanted to check out.
Went to check out another area because the fish kind of quit biting where we were.
Okay.
But I think if we'd have stayed there, we'd have kept picking off a few fish here and there, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Interesting. My voice is coming in much. That's much better. Yeah, that's better. I can hear myself better now. I think my dial must have moved.
Yeah.
What's the latest that you go out for tuna?
The what?
That you go out for tuna? Like, is there a period in the end of like where you kind of, the ocean's too rough, or you just don't go out anymore, or the fish move away too far?
Well, yeah, so I mean, it just depends on as long as the warm water stays in here, there's usually tuna.
Okay.
I mean, we've caught them up to December, but
okay.
Usually October is the end of it. We caught bluefin year before last up to November.
But they can handle the colder.
They can handle it. They'll come into the colder water.
Okay. So one of the stories that I thought was good, that I heard in that podcast the other day,
Okay.
was about you guys starting the whole green feet
Yeah.
thing, because you always had the thing when afterwards when you were doing a rescue, you would take the life ring, right? That was like a tradition.
Yeah, that was kind of our civilian rescues off of a boat.
Yeah, it's like
That was kind of started by my unit. It was like we take the dive ring or the life ring off a boat, and then we'd have a framed picture of the crew from the rescue
yeah.
in the center of the dive ring, and then the story of the rescue underneath, and then we had it hung in our hallway in our squadron.
So with the green feet, what's the relevance of the green feet?
Okay,
with the PJs, so the parajumpers. This was a story.
Yeah,
you told
so
me.
we've always done our rescues out of helicopters,
Yeah.
So during Korea, it was those little bubble helicopters, a Bell whatever helicopter. And then in Vietnam, they had various different helicopters. And then they created a bigger, more powerful helicopter in the middle of the Vietnam War called the HH-3. That's the presidential helicopter.
Yeah.
That's an H-3. Okay.
Okay.
And they dubbed it the Jolly Green Giant. Okay, because they were green and it was the biggest helicopter we had.
Yeah.
Well, then they came out, when I got over to Southeast Asia, they had the HH-53s, which were even bigger, and they called those the Super Jolly Green Giants. So because they were dubbed Jolly Green Giants, and their squadron patch was like the Jolly Green Giant from the
can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, like Green Giant vegetables.
Yeah.
They had the Jolly Green Giant on the patch, and they'd have like the giant there, and then it'd have 2 green feet. Okay.
Yeah.
So what became a tradition is when the guy got over in Southeast Asia, when he got his first rescue mission, the guys would memorialize it by getting 2 little green feet tattooed on their butt. So it'd be like under their bathing suits, so it wasn't something they showed off all the time,
Yeah, okay.
It was just the green feet on the butt. Yeah. It'll get cooler before it gets warm. What we want is when it all of a sudden goes from 57 to 60 within a short period of time. That's when we want to stop and fish. So then in the Air Force, my unit was pararescue is what we were called.
Yeah.
So they would call us, when you're talking on intercoms with the pilot and everything on there, everybody had a 2-letter designation. Okay, so it was, or it was like pilot, co-pilot, FE for flight engineer, and then they called us PJs for parachute jumpers. Okay, so that just kind of stuck. Even when they changed our name from parachute jumpers to rescue specialist, RS, they didn't call us RS, we just kept the PJ.
Yeah.
Okay, so they always called us PJs. So we were the only ones in the Air Force that were, when I first went in, that were authorized to wear berets.
Okay.
Everybody else had the regular standard Air Force caps.
Yeah.
So we wore maroon berets. During Vietnam, there were so many PJs that lost their lives, they chose the maroon beret to symbolize, the blood spilled by PJs trying to rescue other people. So.
Wow.
Then later on, they started letting everybody wear berets. The security police started wearing black berets, and the Air Force band started wearing red berets. It's like,
yeah.
But the Army started it with their green berets, And then they had their, if you were an Army Ranger, you got to wear a black beret instead of a green beret.
You were telling a story before, though. The thing I was talking about as well with the green feet was there's a bit of a habit of like painting green feet in places where you weren't supposed to.
Yeah, where we weren't supposed to.
Wasn't it a water tower or something?
Yeah. So I mean, it was like you know a gang tagging thing. You know?
Yeah.
So one of the instances was we had some dignitary, some senator or something, came into our base, and they come in with an unmarked, you know, like Learjet private corporate jet.
Yeah,
you know? They're military, but they have these for flying around generals and dignitaries and stuff, and came into our base, and it's because it was you know, some high-level dignitary. That thing was supposed to be guarded 24/7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you know, make sure somebody didn't put a bomb on board or something.
Of course, yeah.
You know, well, our guys always took on the challenge of, you know, trying to get places we weren't supposed to be, and they went in there and got past the security and whatnot in the middle of the night and dropped the entry door to the plane and painted little green feet going up the stairs. Closed it up and went away. Well, the next day, the guy comes out there to go into his plane, and they open it up, and there's green feet, which means security was lax.
Yeah.
So he was pissed, and the base commander actually lost his job over it.
Whoa.
We didn't mean to do that, but
yeah.
Well, because the base commander was in charge of the security, you know, detail, and so they relieved him of his command. He had to go elsewhere or retire.
Did you guys get punished for that?
We didn't.
Okay.
Because we just said, hey, we were just testing security.
Okay.
We just wanted to show you there was a problem here. That's why the guy lost his job.
Okay.
Because there was a lack of security. You know, they actually, at times, they actually asked us to do stuff like that just to test their security.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So then another time they moved our base. We were up in northern Thailand, and then they were shutting down all our operations in Southeast Asia, and they moved our base from NKP down to Karat, which is down in central Thailand, north of Bangkok. And we got down there, you know, there's already, NKP was primarily a rescue base. That was our base.
Yeah.
And now we were tenants at somebody else's. This base down here was a fighter squadron.
Yeah.
And F-111, which was at the time we're doing reconnaissance. So it was the F-111 and F-16 squadron. And so we were kind of tenants now. So we were the bastard stepchildren now down at this base, you know.
Yeah.
The base was run by, you know, fighter jocks.
So were you welcome there?
Well, so we're down there. We're gonna exert our authority down there, you know. So in the middle of the night, the guy snuck up on the water tower. They had these big square water tower. Every base had a water tower.
Yeah.
Some of them were round, and this one had a big square concrete water tower. And they made up some giant stencils that they could roll out and hold up there and spray this pan. I mean, the feet were like 10 feet tall and 6 feet wide, kind of. And so they made some giant feet on the side of this water tower you can see from ever, you know. And the fighter jock commander, base commander there got pissed that, again, their security was lax. And we got up there and painted green feet on there. So he said, he told our squadron commander that we had to remove the feet. So I kind of had the reputation as the one that was a little more mature than some of the other guys. So my NCOIC put me in charge of the feet removal.
Okay.
So I told them, I says, we can't do this. I says, the guys have been over here for a year. I says, they haven't had any experience mountain climbing and rappelling and stuff. Well, first of all, the base commander, he went to the civil engineers and said, you guys take those feet off and bill the rescue squadron for what it cost you to do that. And they go, we're not going up there. We don't have experience hanging off the side of water tower, so we're not doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
So they went to the fire department, and the fire department says, we're not doing it either. So they came to us and said, you guys will do it. You put it up there, you'll take it down. Okay. So we couldn't get the paint off, so we just had to paint it over with gray paint, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
We got some paint the color of the concrete and just painted it over with that.
Okay.
But so they put me in charge of doing it. I said, the guys don't have experience. I said, I can't have my guys hanging off the side of the water tower without getting some rappel experience first.
Okay.
Okay. So we used it as a training session because we had no mountains in Thailand. We had no mountains there, you know. So we went up there and set up some anchors and whatnot. And everybody rappelled a few times off the tower. And then when they had some experience with that, then the guys would hang off the tower in their ropes and with a bucket of paint and paint it over. Well, while we were doing our rappel training, my boss, the NCOIC, he's laying down on the lawn, looking up at us, watching us, you know. And I said, okay, we're gonna pull one over on the boss. I says, we took a flight suit, which are just coveralls, you know, Nomex coveralls.
Yeah.
And we stuffed it full of other clothing and stuff and made it look like a body, put a climbing harness on it, and we backed it up over the side like a guy's, you know, you see a guy's butt coming over, you know, he's backing over the side. We backed him over the side, and then we just pushed him. And guy's going falling down, and the boss about had a heart attack because he thought his career just ended because one of the guys just died on his watch.
I think your mic just got.
Oh.
There you go.
Anyway, so he thought his career was over. Luckily, everybody had a sense of humor. He goes, "You got me," you know. So anyway, we painted over the feet. But what he didn't know is while they were painting over the feet, I had some other guys up there painting the squadron patch that has the Jolly Green Giant on it on the top of the water tower. So you couldn't see it from the ground. But then it was like, I forget, it was like a week or two later, the fighter squadron commander was, a week or two later, the fighter squadron commander was flying.
Getting rough.
Yeah, I'll slow down a little bit. The fighter squadron commander was flying, and the water tower happened to be right where they make the turn to go to approach the runway. And as he was turning, he's looking straight down, and he sees the patch. And he was pissed. So I get called into the NCOIC's office and told me, I said, I think you have some unfinished business up on top of the water tower. Says, you're going to go up there personally and paint that out.
Oh, no.
Because he knew I'm the one that authorized them to do it, because I was in charge. And so I took another guy. We went up there and painted out the patch. But what we did was we painted the patch out with gray paint, but we basically didn't paint it solid. We just did the lines that were painted green and stuff, and so it became a subdued patch. You could still see it.
Just about.
But it was subdued. It's probably still up there to this day.
Nice.
How long were you with
P-
that
p-
location?
A year. So, yeah, people said, what did you do in the Air Force? I said, well, I worked on the railroad. I said, worked on the railroad? I says, yeah, we were in Thailand laying ties.
I think it might be time for me to go outside for a minute.
Go
again.
outside again?
I don't actually feel too bad,
All right, good.
but
Did you throw up?
no.
Okay,
no.
good.
It was like as soon as I went outside.
Yeah, get
it
some
was like
fresh air.
instantaneously I felt way better.
Yeah. It doesn't bounce as much at the back either because it's the front that's going like this.
Yeah. All right. I think I might put this gear away.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Dennis. So I paid the price there, trying to put away my recording gear. I thought that slowing down might help for a second so that we can just not get bounced around so much. And it got me. That was a very rapid descent into extreme seasickness. I went outside, thought that I was going to be able to save it, but nah, it got me. I was over the side, chundering everywhere. I got to see my breakfast twice, the second time. And thankfully I didn't vomit in the boat. Didn't. But yeah. It's funny, I'm looking now. Dennis is inside, looking at his phone. He's just like so unfazed. He's got a proper salty sea dog with sea legs. Yeah. But he's been in some extreme weather. And he's got some good stories about that actually. Some moments that even made Dennis sick. Which are some of his episodes if you check them out before. I'm like chuntering over the side and I'm still giving the message. Like, share, subscribe. Even leave a good review. I'm suffering for everyone's entertainment. Yeah, this is the rolliest ocean I've seen in a while. It looked calm when I looked out this morning. What a muppet I am. Okay, I think we're gonna... Hang on a second. What's up, Dennis?
We're gonna call it.
We're gonna go back in.
I think what we'll do is we'll turn around and we'll put a line out for bluefin
Okay.
and just do like 10 knots
Yeah.
going back.
But I'm actually all right now, so you don't need to turn around on account of me.
We're not.
Okay.
It's gonna be too rough to fish.
Okay.
Get work.
Well, apparently it's too rough to fish. Definitely some of those hits though, we're going about 15, 20 knots and just slamming like my spine. Actually my neck is a little bit sore even because you just hit the wave slightly wrong and then suddenly bam. I don't know if you heard that, but we're gonna go for some bluefin. Try our luck there, but apparently it's deemed too rough.
Right, that's another episode in the sick bucket, I should say. Embarrassingly. Although, I should probably stand out for myself. It was very, very rough out there. There were moments when I ran outside. I didn't even run. I just casually waltzed outside, then became extremely sick over the side of the boat. The ocean was enormous. I remember thinking, I need to really make sure that I hang on in this moment because, the waves were, from my perspective, which was pretty low, the waves were well above the boat. So, that's my nugget. That's all I'm going to say. I should probably also say, Dennis, thank you for your patience. That was maybe a test run, which was good in an audio sense, but I've learned a big lesson. If the ocean is pounding like that, then maybe another day is a good one for recording a podcast episode with you. I promise to do better next time, and hopefully we'll be able to get further out and actually get some fish. Once again, thank you everyone for listening. If you've made it this far, I'm going to take that as a compliment, and also invite you to do all the things people who make it this far do. If you could give us a follow or subscribe, whatever the podcast provider lingo, I don't know what that is, whatever the podcast provider lingo is, then yeah, stay up to date with all the episodes that are coming through the pipeline. There's some really good ones, as I mentioned before. If you could share this with a friend who you think would enjoy this kind of thing, then by all means go for it. And even if you have a friend who you think could do with getting a bit more interest in nature, then send it their way too. Right. I think that's quite enough waffling from me. Thanks for listening again. And until next time.
Welcome to the Wild Dispatch.